Everyone hits a plateau in their training sooner or later, and that can lead to overtraining, lack of gains, loss of strength and muscle, and even worse, thoughts of quitting. However, plateaus are temporary challenges every bodybuilder can overcome with the right approach, attitude and strategy. Sometimes even a bit of rest, taking a week off, changing your routine or finding the right motivation can help. This plateau in which you're not making any more gains or even worse losing gains is temporary. That is if you see it as temporary and you don't quit. What are the causes of a plateau? It could be overtraining, undertraining, problems with your diet, not changing your routine often enough or too often. Whatever the cause, you'll know when you're in a plateau and you need to figure out how to get out of it. Let's talk about some strategies that can help you overcome the plateau and get you back on the road to making gains. Here are the steps that will get you back on track. First, a couple of strategies. First, don't overreact. In many cases, small adjustments in the way you train, eat and rest might be enough to get you back on track. Second, start documenting and keeping track of your progress or lack thereof is always a good strategy when training and can help you figure out what you need to change and how much. Make 1 or 2 small changes and keep track to see if these changes are working. Now let's talk about the changes in your training, rest and diet that can help you get out of the plateau. 1. Rest for 1 week. This should work if you are not getting enough rest and this might be causing you to plateau. As a general rule, it is good to take a planned rest of 1 week every 2 to 3 months. Getting a long rest will help your body fully recover and be ready to make gains. 2. Change your training. For example, try the post-failure heavy overloading method. In this method you will lift heavier weights with fewer reps and with more rest in between sets. This will be a good way to kickstart your ability to gain strength in your exercises. If this is the way you usually train, then obviously you need to try a different method. You don't need to change your workout completely, it might be enough to change your routine in some of the major compound exercises such as the bench press and squat. 3. Analyze your diet. Some plateaus are caused by improper or inadequate diet. Again, this is why it's important to document your diet as well as your training. Ask yourself, are you eating too much protein or not enough? Are you consuming enough carbohydrates? Again, it might be a small change to your diet that gets you back on track. Trying small changes to your diet, 1 or 2 small changes at a time, and see if that works. 4. Motivation. Sometimes the plateau causes lack of motivation. You become discouraged because you're not making gains and that causes thoughts of quitting. Other times it might be your lack of motivation that is causing you to not train hard enough or become bored with your workouts. Think about what got you started training in the first place. Why are you doing this? Do you remember when you just started and how unhappy you were with the way you looked? Do you want to go back to that? No, of course not. Get motivated again. Watch some motivational videos like the ones on this channel. Read some motivational quotes by some of the great bodybuilders or search for that inner motivation that will get you inspired again. Hitting a plateau happens to everyone at one point or another, and there are many ways to get back on track. We have talked about just a few strategies, there are many more you can research, but the key thing I want you to take away today is that plateaus are temporary and are part of the process of training. Don't get frustrated, don't panic, and most importantly, don't give up. Another important thing to keep in mind is that you need to have a balanced life. You are more than just a bodybuilder, you are a person. Maybe you're a father, a mother, a husband, a wife. You friends, family and other interests. Don't lose sight of all the things that are important in your life. A short break from training will not only help you overcome a plateau, but it might help you keep your priorities in order. Be a complete bodybuilder, be a complete person. It's important to not only be physically fit, but also mentally and spiritually fit. Enjoy your training and enjoy your life.